one player as an anchor. That's Nexa.
Four players stacking up. Nexa, seeing what damage he can do. Just tag damage, no kills. Frozen instead. Opens up the round for the Mousesports side. Nexa first to fall, and two CT players here in the CT spawn have responded, trying to see if they can get him back to the site. Got to go for the retake, and Dexter is continuing to swing off on the left-hand side of the scaffolding area, looking into CT spawn, getting Nico to drop, so he becomes second casualty. And still no trains back for the G2 camp. Mousesports finding even more frags. Hunter peeking in, Akor taking his pick. Jack swung upon by Dexter with a headshot, and now Amanek in a 1 versus 5. It's impossible for him to win this one. It's a pistol round for Mousesports. Haven't found the picks again, just that one frag. Over on a course, part Frozen with a trade. Jax responds it. Dexter gets the kill in. The Deagle shot on the AK actually sends that right back into the T side favors. So Rops can get an upgrade if he so desires. He's actually playing him from side alley instead. The CZ of Hunter being seen. Does drop that bomb. So damage has been done to the Mousesports camp.
Jiggle peek up towards the side. Just missed that timing onto Nexa. How does he do this? Tap this bomb. Swing already comes out from Bemis out towards
Hunter and Nexa taking face, utility over, no flashes, and that actually allows the pick on the MAC-10 as an automatic to work with, but not the firepower here for the CT side. If that was an AK, could have given them a bonus to get one more good frag back, but Nico and Jax should get overwhelmed, and indeed Nico does. Jax slow to rotate, tapping on that bomb. Is he going to give away position? No, he's not, so he's going to at least know that they're trying to fake him, but Rops swings out the back regardless, coming in for that mid-backstab 3-0 for Mousesports. That depends, really. He's going to have to strike in against this A site on the defensive. Got to get this first pick on Frozen, ideally, and indeed the shoulder bait gives up his life. BMAS there with a quick trade, and Nico with a quick response, wrapping back into the A site defensive. 20 seconds. He wasn't spotted by the AWPer. He flips back up towards Sniper's Nest instead, where that AUG is standing, doing its damage. 22 points of health for him. Further flashes in. That bomb is going to be attempted and planted.
Nexa taking a lot of damage, being legged up by the AWP. Dexter being stuck out in the open, wasn't able to fall back towards yellow, and now man advantage coming through from G2 on the retake.
Rops hiding back at these sandbags. Got to just check the right place at the right time. Oh, the timing! Unscoping at the worst moment. He was also seen. Flashes evaded, looking up and down. Just to catch a frag. His shot on Nico connects. BMAS now known on ramp. Trying to see if we can take down the low HP player. Spray back on Hunter, not as successful. One-on-one, Hunter's going to force forward. Get that headshot in, but no kit means no time. He actually just pick it up on the site itself. And I think he's just got enough time to hold this together. Indeed, G2 will be very careful about this position here. He's the only central defender. Has two players to back him up. That flashbang now sees what's going on. The majority of T-side players caught off. Now the hit's going to get forced out by these pistols. Nexa bailed out by Hunter. 2 frags to his name. Trying to make it a triple. In the end, does get overwhelmed. But he's done enough. Nico and Hunter here to support. Wondering how they outplay this. Ideally, they need to go down so that way they can get the money out of this round. Rops can throw that AK off the building. That would be even better, especially as the last man standing. And Nico actually gets the frag together. So, did you grab that AK? And him and Dexter trying to combine, force Nico away, and force expected to be a boost, pulls out utility at the worst moment, but Hunter is there for a quick response, so no man advantage for Mousesports that lasts long. Immediately return to the even standing. Jack actually makes the man advantage happen as the ramp control again favors G2. You mentioned how they get pelted with utility and a kill. This time it's both around. Rifles out, AWP also in the back lines. Hunter comes into the backstab, gets that kill. Jack swings, drops the bomb, all left to Dexter, blind as a bat. And that was a wonderfully played defense. Even against pistols, they would have had to bottleneck themselves. They would have had to catch them off guard. They were geared to win that round. That's exactly what they're going to do. But in this one, Hunter gets the opening frag. So far pushed up at the scaffolding position. Gets the secondary frag as well on Dexter. So once again, G2 out of the gate, swinging on the ramp default. This time pushing. Nexus kind of hoping that they make their way back into the stairs. Amanek with the AWP. Ready for Rops. Swing, hit, easy for this AWP to land. He's had that shot many times over the course of this map up so far. 2 standing for Mousesports. BMAS is going to try and make the bomb into the site. Amanek throws it forward, gets the no-scope shot as well. And Nico cleans house on the back of the site. What a round from G2 and Mousesports.
4v4, 2 plays out towards the A site. And Bemis with the Galil. A little bit of weaponry behind them, but Jack's actually pushing quite far forward, taking the fight. Now the advantage have got back the way of the CDs.
Dexter down, Nico watching for Frozen's next face. Will take some damage with this Deagle. Bomb does get dropped by Jack's side alley. Frozen with one response, that's as far as it goes now. All on a core. Swing back, spray through, does find the frag, has bombed a minion. Needs to find himself two more good picks, but Nexa in with his frag will leave it to 2 players alive for the G2 side, 6-4. Will he catch the bomb carrier? It looks likely that he might do. He's got to keep his head on the swivel, though, because there's more T-side presence back over at the B side. Swing up, shot connects, second player wrapping around, AK still lands it! And a core 1v5 for him. He gets that one frag, but surely he's out of this with 15 seconds. Hunter takes his head off his shoulders, and Amanek. Mousesports Reno getting off on the right foot for this. Nades going back and forth. Nexa hoping to catch players off at the white boxes. We'll get that first frag. BMAS there with the trade. Hunter close. Nico finds his response. Dexter can turn the Deagle into a 3 versus 3. So there's a bomb plant here for Mousesports.
This is very winnable for Mouse, but they've got to be able to find another advantage. They can't just afford to be passive out on the side. They've got to really try and take some fights, and they've been able to do so. Amanek now falling. Jack's been spotted up on the rotate from the beast. There's so much info coming in, and Acor now deals with Nico, meaning that Jax is the last one left, yet to try and see if he can clutch for G2. And for Mousesports, no one's peeking here at all. They're shoulder baiting, they peek together, and Bemis finds the right angle. 5 on the board for Mousesports.
2 more potentials. Trades here in the mid position. Props. Dry facing, they're gonna line up for him. Nico gets both the picks in one good spray.
What an off angle. You don't expect someone to be as wide as he was out towards that left-hand side, and they just try and jiggle pick, and then they swing together, and Nico just punishes. Acor looking for the trade back up towards the site itself.
Watching at the banger position, will they read his angle? Will they check his angle? Start the face up, BMAS. Looking on top of the railing, they're going to line up again. M4 gets both the kills again. Oh, this is starting to fall to disaster for Mousesports. 2 great off angles working so well. And now a core with the AWP. The P250 is going to get that frag in. The Molotov standing by here. Pulling back the AWP, looking on site. 20 seconds. AK switched out towards Nico. Not get forced too far off position. Smokes back at the right-hand side. The bomb plant's going to be attempted. There's a fake. He's still going to fall for it, though. Takes that swing. A core taps it again. Nico jumps around the corner, but Amanek lands the shot instead from the backstab, so it turns an 8-7 half. About what G2 have done here on the ramp control. Mousesports trying to take their own positions this time. Taps through. Frozen gets that opening frag. Jax will be able to return the trade to a 4 versus 4. A core backing up and out of here. Slowly, BMAS also makes his own way into the backstab alongside Dexter a little bit further behind him. Nico with the swing and the hit, and BMAS now has the strike. 2 players singing, including that bomb. He doesn't get the bomb carrier. Does get Nexa to a 3v3 situation, and Rops backs up behind the smoke. Jax will go for the plant very early here. Retake mode on for Mousesports. They do not have a kit in play, but Nico is taken out of play as well. Rops and Jax close to each other. Jax gets swung upon. Dexter gets the double, and the backstab completes itself for Mousesports. E2, seemingly they want to go towards the A play. Frozen caught off guard. No, he actually catches Dexter off guard, snoozing in the corner. Hunter will find the trade to a 3-on-3. They've now seen presence. They know where the majority of those T-side players are, but will they go for a last-second wraparound? They're not hearing any footsteps, and they're seeing utility come down here towards the A site instead. A core's going to get ahead of the marker and wait towards side alley. Turning away from Flash, making there be more coming through him. One does go out successfully. Robs trades back on both those players, though, leaving it all on Hunter, who finds Dexter one-on-one against Robs. Very easily winnable here. The AK switched out towards, but Hunter can win his spray, get a 3K. Even with the Deagles in play. And something you mentioned, of course, in that first half was how Mousesports were having much better deco rounds than they were having rifles. And Rops shows the point. Kills with Nico. Amanek! Where did he go? What happened there? Third man also there at the CT entrance, utility inbound. Flash is going to be turned away from BMAS, and Robs take their aggressive positions, and BMAS does go falling for it. 35 seconds, and Robs continues to wait and bait and swing. Misses shots, allow Jax a chance to get the kills, but Dexter trades back on the bomb carrier. 2 versus 2. Hunter solo. Dexter has been tagged, continuing his spam. The bomb plant.
Top of that bomb, and a HE in from Nexa could be timed perfectly up towards the default position. Hunter just trying to tap away. Great shot now coming into Frozen. Dexter's the last one left. Has turned it back to a 1v1 and looking to try and take the fight straight away onto Nexa. He's got to find a headshot, and it doesn't come through. 10 on the board for G2.
With the Deagle. They expect the same position twice. He's up close to the sandbags, and Amanek takes the frag pretty easily. Molotov's coming in to sail right past him. It's down to the back line to the site, and 2 CTs are here with USPs. See what damage they can do. The Deagle's also on the way. BMAS actually does catch one frag through the smoke on Jax. Nico trades Dexter, and Amanek forces forward, sees two, takes damage, eventually gets the kill on one, and a core also being spotted as well. Out of ammo for Amanek's part, though. Glock's going to come through. He's got to get support, and a core will get overwhelmed. G2, you can imagine they'll be on 13 unless these Deagles dome some heads. But Jax with the Ferrari peak straight in on a core. The Orpa, one of the only crucial rifles they have here, it's gone down already.
Yeah, they're going to struggle to pick that back up, and Frozen just gets really hungry. Finds that first pick out from Rab. Nice pick comes through from Dexter to bring it back to a 3-on-3, and really for what is essentially just a half buy, a couple of saved-in weapons and an eco around it.
The worst moment now, looks back in a scaff. First player up, seen, shot, second player and third player being seen now. Then I have the information on all remaining individuals of the G2 side. Bomb plant can be secured, the retake should be on for Mousesports.
There's a quick wraparound coming out from the B stairs, and timing's got to be everything here from Robs. He can't afford to get too aggressive. He's got to work in with his team. Man advantage coming through, and now it comes down to the two Balkans, Nexa and Hunter, to see if they can hold off in the 2v3 post plant.
Nade on Dexter, 8 HP. Flashes continue to force them away. Mousesports getting a slight HP advantage from the AWP. Gets the frag in. Hunter with a secondary one as well. 3 kills to his name. I think Rob's fired a bullet at the Deagle. So now the T-Side know exactly where he is. Needs to line up on Nexa. Indeed he does. But no kit needs to win the fight fast. And he doesn't do so at all. Hunter with a quadra. Hunter is being very loud at the moment. 24 frags deep. Setting himself up with the Molotovs alongside Amanek here. Rocks the M4 on site, swings back, sees two, gets one. Frag BMAS there with 2 trades, and the confidence has immediately returned to Mousesports now. Nico and Nexa. So they can get back into the B site. They're being suppressed by the CT players there. They could rotate back into A, but they're continuing to force forward and taking a ton of damage for it. Nexa on 5, dropping the bomb, and Nico alone in the back lines. Clutches have been remiss to mention on his part, but on just such low HP, you can imagine that it won't come his way, and indeed it won't. Smoke's coming in. Molotov's at the ready. M4 and Rops, I think he just got seen. Spraying through from Banger. Swing back. The bomb on the back of Nexa is going to be first facer. Jax finally gets the trade frag. And now it's on BMAS here, close to the site. Hearing tag. Dex on the other side. Back behind the platform. Gets his own kill in to support BMAS's defensive. From G2, it seems to be fast out of the stairs. Yeah, Rops going to hear these footsteps. Nade's on this. You do some damage. Nico rounds the corner. Gets taken out for it. Flashes to support it. Rops lines up the quadra. And all pistols down and out. Amanek 1v5. Easy pickings, it seems like there for the Mousesports side. Does get that one frag back in the AWP, however.
And through, but he doesn't know about Hunter, who's got so aggressive up towards the top position, but he's burning, he's taking so much damage, and Frozen reads the play.
And killing the start again for Mousesports. Finding very good starts in these rounds against G2. Rops follows suit on Amanek as well. BMAS gets overwhelmed on the site. The B play. Jax taking a lot of damage, allows Dexter an easy kill as he swings back from CT. Frozen has fallen in the interim, and they've got one CT player also so pushed up here at the stairs. Caught by Nexa for the moment. Phase before they can get the strike in. Flash turn away for the second player. And there's the kill for a core. Nico with his frag on 4 HP. Overwhelmed by Dexter with his shoulder picking out. Defuse will get stuck, and it will be 12 for Mousesports as well. They're on the right foot for the start. Nades on Nico and Hunter. Tagged heavy. M4, sorry, AK, excuse me, to Dexter. Swings back and gets the kill on Jax. And now Nexa moves up again to lead the fast charge into the B side. They tried the fast plays once. Rob's going to get caught off, and the information given away this time. M4 spray of the other side of the site. Actually comes through to 2 picks for the G2 side. 3-on-3, making it 2. Okay, this could still be on here for the teasers. The nade doesn't deny the bomb plan.
How has that happened? Amanek just running wild out towards a B site with the back 10, swaps over to the M4 and finds his 3rd kill of the round.
Nade that landed closer, then there's a good chance that round would have still been gained by the Mousesports camp. Hunter will lose his life in the end. Far too late, far later than he really should have done. To the site, indeed, he'll go for that plant. No nades on his position. It's all sorts of bullets flying here from the M4s. The sprays. One from Mousesports, not getting kills. Finally, BMAS catches one through the smoke.
The spam eventually finds a connection, and now it gets them a man advantage. They've got a smoke to get down onto that bomb or out towards a ramp position. Kids in play too, and for G2, they need to find an advantage. They've got to slow this down. Tabs coming through for Nico out towards the sandbags. Nexus starts getting involved. Not quite hitting the shots. Finally, they do, but someone's going to have to get on this bomb for Mousesports. It's been ticked for so long. One player left now for Robs in the 1v1. Surely there's not enough time. He's got to try and stick the bomb, and it's not going to happen. Pick up the enemy ping, just try and save. A huge post-blood coming through from G2. And for Mousesports,
right, costing them everything here. 3 rounds to overtime. The money is wrecked, and so is a core. Again, Jax with that same peek in from mid control finds the opener of this round.
Oh, Jax is...
Rops recognizes that more than anyone else. Frozen with a risky play. He's got to take these risks though and loses his fight against Nico. Next release falls, Amanek falls in turn, back on the B side, Robs with a secondary swing. Hunter's turned away from it, expecting flashbangs. Also gets up to position. When do they swing? Do they check Ali? They don't. Jax loses the bomb control, or Nico to clutch it. Had many opportunities, been unsuccessful so far, but that's the first kill in of this one. To his name, looking for the 3K as well. 20 seconds, that bomb in the open. Dexter knows he does not have to aggress. He is going to try and do so anyway, though. Nico caught looking the wrong way and still gets the pick in at the right moment to secure the map. Map 1, Mousesports. We'll get there with the loser coming into the lower bracket after this fact, but G2 themselves up to the pistol round here on the T-side start, and that is a hell of a start for Jax and Nico. Straight swings, straight kills, straight shots to the 5 versus 3. Dexter back over the ramp control, seeing 3 more T-side individuals, desperate to tap their heads and get those headshots. Oh, flick back to the 3rd as well. Frozen comes in as support, and Amanek tries to set the backstab, but Mousesports have cleaned it up. With the M4 as well to continue adding to his frag counts here.
Just try and see if they can dive out towards the A side. If they can get a bomb plant towards that short position, that could be great. Eco being gooshed down, but not really a lot of damage being taken. And for an Eco, they'll be very happy with that. Great shot on towards the side, meaning that Nico with the Deagle was the last one left. 1 versus 4. Trying to see if we can do some further up damage, but it doesn't happen. 1 kill and a bomb plant for an upgrade of what? 2 Deagles?
Flash is coming over, utility sent over, damage being done at least to Amanek's second phase. Will actually end up with the kill, not the secondary tag up on the player behind him. He's seen a large T-side presence though, and Nexa spotted out towards mid. Dexter can swing, can deny his position. The scout still tapping and doing damage, and finally getting overwhelmed by Nico's Molotov. Jack's expecting Dexter to come forward, and indeed, he isolates it to a 3 versus 3. They're going to go for a last second rotation here. They've still got Frozen on the A bomb site. And now a core is going to join in for backup, but it's a scout and an M4, so the M4 has got to do most of the heavy lifting here. Corby watching, first shot not connecting, forced out position. BMAS ready for them to round the corner at elbow. 2 frags to his name. Actually, 1 stolen away by a core, but that's fine. It's a 1-on-2 for Nico here. Bomb plant can be secured, 7 seconds to the clock, and the M4 presses forward. Can you get the pick? No, Nico gets it to a 1v1 now.
10 HP up towards Frozen, and he knows he's the B anchor. He's got a lot of time to work with, and Frozen, does he see him relocating back out towards his top position? Nico!
For Marcy's scouts, AUGs and Deagle in for the likes of BMAS. Spray still on Dexter finds that first frag. Jax there with a quick response to a 4 versus 4. For Mars Spray for Frozen looks for that second player as well. The fast plays in from G2 are being shut down regardless by these rifles. 3 in for Dexter, another triple kill round for him. Nico once again in the clutch scenario, and this time Rops won't let him go that much further.
Able to do with these kind of rounds. And 2 players out towards the long position, flash over the top. AUG just trying to spam through. There is a bit of a trade back that comes out from Jax, and they know that Bemis is playing out towards a pit position, but shouldn't be too much more than just this one opening pick. Bemis going to be able to line up the second, and bomb control in favor of the CTs. Hunter's already given away his position out from CT. Has been able to deal with 1 player of Rops, trying to see if he can tap away for a little bit more.
Lacky utility on a couple of players. AUG ready for Dexter. Does find Hunter at least. That's a good start. And they go back out towards the longhouse where BMAS is ready to take that first frag. Can't get the follow-up on the second. Just damage done to Nexa here on Mass. Is Zakor going to dry face this? He looks to try and do so. Damage being done to Nexa. Incendiary's close. There's flashbang trying to suppress. To get this bomb to the site, finally drops to the hands of Frozen. Jack's there with a response frag, but AUG of Dexter swings back again off. And Nico in a 1 versus 3 again for the clutch. Many clutch situations for him in this series. Only found a couple of them so far, and this will not be another one added to the tally of 5th to the board. That nade lands lovely onto Jackson. Amanek, now they swing for the easy frags. They only get away with one pick. AWP close, seeing the gun barrel. Still fingers on the first player that swings out first. Second also found by a core. 6 frags deep so far in this map. Nico holds the angle, but Rops takes that chance to swing on the backstab. And it's all left to Hunter from the long control. Bomb dropped on short, tapping on one player back at CT, but now left with nothing left in this round. He's got to fall back and save the weapon.
That was great from him. Rob's even waiting for the long look, and another round being just annihilated for Mousesports.
Setting up towards the short control to try and overwhelm a core with the numbers. He's seen so many heads, takes 2 dinks back by these pistols. Flash is going over there, tries to press Dexter, swings out a goose, gets 1 frag, and the orb bird doesn't line up anymore. Hunter actually gets a deagle in to find that frag. Nico also frags. Next are doing damage, but Frozen holds himself together, gets the round. It's a short control by the Molotovs. The tempo forced to go lower here. Core lands the shot on the first man as well. Jax, frag found easier. Core dives out, barely escapes. 2 points of HP for him. That could have been suicidal. He will go falling in the end. Hunter also isolating Dexter, being completely flash blinded by Nico. BMAS swings back, does see one more, but Amanek also being blind. His flash clears quicker, and he gets the shot in very efficiently.
Quarter. Hunter gets a couple of kills. Amanek catches the player off from CT.
Table for the map win for these guys, so the M4's BMAS here with the M4 rounds the corner, sees so much spray. Transfer to 2 is working well, but Jax trades it back all the same. 2 for 1s to respond. Frozen gets Hunter as well in the upper tunnels, where it's all left for these last 2 individuals just rushing out, knowing that they've got to go reckless, they've got to go fast. SMG is close. A core in the backlines gets found by the Orb. And now Dexter finds Jax, leaves it all on Nico. 1v3 switching out to the AK spray back. Does catch that 1 frag, but needs to get 2 more good shots.
Not even going to happen. Rob's finding the angle, and another great round out for Mal.
Get 1 isolated pick back. A core with his orb, however, is ready for the entire force to face him. He gets that 1 frag. BMAS falls in turn. Scout shots evaded by Dexter. The nade's close towards him. Next on 6 points of health. A core looking to put that nade back. That should be able to finish the job onto him. He actually doesn't land here, but Jax is low, allowing Dexter the SMG frags instead. Money gains. Nade lands. Eventually, the kills come through. Mousesports
flat or in anchor at the B side, but he's kind of traded places with Frozen a little bit now that he's double AWPing, and he's been playing a little bit more of a mid defense. Even picks into Nico. Great timing and great angle.
That mid defense has been so great for him. Like that, he's found that pick consistently. It's not just this 1 round where he's got it time and time again.
The angle out towards the elevator position. Bomb still yet to get planted here for the T side, still getting up towards the site. Amanek and Hunter now finding pieces together, and Dexter's got to be able to strike out from the ramp position. Catches off the first player, needs to follow up though, because his teammate is still coming in from CT. Looking to find the second, but it doesn't quite happen. Down to 10 points of health for Jax, means that Frozen's now in the 1 versus 3, and this is a very difficult position to be in. He's got to isolate all of these picks and try and get back onto the bomb and get it defused. Tap comes through, but Jax has found the angle. A great round from him. 11 kills up, and a 4th up for G2.
Hasn't got that AWP, so it's not going to be nearly as easy for him. He's actually much more passive on the scaffolding area at the B window. BMAS holds the long control, meanwhile. Gets that first frag in.
Looks towards mid and commit towards a mid to B.
5-on-4, Rops waiting. M4 Frozen actually takes the face in, draws their attention away from the window position. Rops going to be unchecked as the bomb gets dropped. Nico faces, doesn't get his kill, gets tagged instead. Hunter will fall quickly after the fact, and Nico in a 1 versus 5. Not going to happen for him. 10 to the border, Mousesports repeating. And quite get those frags in here. Molotovs back up, flashes over. Amanek facing. Doesn't see anything. Jax also seen, taps through. Blocks eventually find those kills. Rops comes up with 2, in fact, actually. Bomb plant secured, and G2 on the back foot for the retake.
A difficult retake here without a kit for G2, but for Mousesports, they're just all holding their ground. 4 versus 3 advantage. They've got the man up. And for G2, they've got to be able to get a way back into this, and they've been able to do so. Hunter now dealing with Robs. Now the player's starting to swing out from the doors position. Hunter gathering more information. Nico out from window, can't find anything. Hunter with another tap through. Needs his teammate to come through, but it doesn't quite happen. 11.
From G2, of course, forcing the issue back with these Deagles. And they're going to make it successful to start. Bomb gets dropped by Jax early. Rops in a core, however, hold down the 3 trades. So they just maintain themselves against G2's Deagles. Again, these pistols have been very deadly over the course of this series, but in this round...
And even for that, Frozen's are going to be ready for the play. Hunter trying to get on the edge of the right-hand side. Spam coming in. Hunter does find 1. Tries to pick up the Galil. Still getting away with a little bit of damage here.
And force the issue on a core a little bit more. Scout's ready for the shot though, and that will not last longer. Keep himself in position. The York trying to fire back on a core. Amanek taking no damage. Actually finding a bit of a gap in that smoke. Nico finds the kill on B-Match. Dexter and Rops trade back on those two players. 3v3 found eventually. Rops continuing facing it just against Hunter's head. And now the backstab of Jax is the best thing they've got in this round. I don't know if they're aware of it here for the T-side, but the bomb could get dropped. The Orpa goes down instead, and now the bomb's got to force the issue. Nexa takes the frag back to the man advantage. All on Rops now to clutch it. 2 kills to his name. Needing to find a quadra clutch here. He swings slowly, looks for Nexa. Back's turn, Jax seen, spray back. M4 can't connect the kill, but Nexa finds it in the end. And Mousesports, they look to go towards A indeed. The AWP of Amanek. Shot landed, the leg shot of B-Max. Eventually gets a second swing in the kill. Hunter with his M4 back at the CT entrance finds Dexter as well. AWP flick of a core is good for Hunter. Now the long control starts to act, but Nexa executes on that one frag. The incendiary will keep Frozen at bay. It's him and a core in a 2v4.
Nexa getting out of there, just trying to hop around and make sure that there's no way back for a one-on-one trade. A-Core might be able to spot off the mid player coming in, but at least the info's now come through from Nico. Frozen's peeked out, and A-Core's now the last one left, been spotted out. Swing comes in for the M4, and now they can recover double orbs if they want it. They opt against it.
As Mousesports about to go for the XC, but they haven't been quick enough. Hunter has readjusted his AK. Flashbang perfectly placed, seeing the Molotov come back. Now his chance to get a headshot in, baited in on the first spray, still gets the kill on Rops on the second. Jax also up in the window, but Hunter's getting all the glory as he gets picks. Nico and Jax do fall. Hunter with 3 picks, though finally a core. Trades him to a 2v2, and now G2 have got to go for the retake.
Hunter did everything in that round, and now it comes down to his teammates to see if they can close it. Amanek and Nexa both coming in from the city spawn, looking to try and see if they can get out from the doors and the window position. A little bit of utility between them, but they've got to be able to try to isolate these 1v1s.
B-Max behind big box of base. The flash takes Nexa. Amanek. Diffuse kit in play for him. The AWP for your battle actually goes well for him, and now knows where B-Max is playing from. Slow swing, slow face. Oh, he lands the shot and gets the clutch and saves the round for G2. To making up some serious ground. Again, it's all a case of which mistakes they make, which rounds they let go back. Because Mousesports will just tiptoe their way up past the finish line as G2 try and sprint their way forward to usurp them. They cannot afford to make any mistakes from here on out still. First frag found. Deagle dropping next. Jax makes it 2 kills. A core can find the trade. Switch back to the Deagle and just try isolate Hunter's AUG. Dexter making his way forward with a tech 9. Does get a frag to trade, but now just needs to go for the bomb plant here.
Get that extra little bit of money forward and just see what you could do from there in terms of damage. And picks up an AUG, but 1v3, can he really find anything out of this? Actually swapping over towards a Tech 9, does get a dink off, but no more than that. G2, another round, is able to find the connection. That's the man advantage the CTs need, and they can slow it down, try and set themselves up. They've got a late lurk in the lower tunnels that could come through from the short position, try and catch the T-side off guard.
They are watching it. A core is there for the short presence. Rops also being seen. Headshot on Nico's good. Amanek finds Dexter. A core trades it. Now left to the elbow player and a short player. Sprays all for the next, but he has Nico to back him up. A core with his second pick. Nade close does damage. Bomb still open from there on the defuse. Needs to swing. Needs to get the kill right now. Needs to get the kill. Doesn't land it. Hunter there to back him up. He needed to land that first attempt. First game, it's a very awkward early and mid game from G2, followed by a definitive late game that looks amazing from them. This time it might actually win in the map here.
They've got a definitive advantage.
Oh, Nexa giving up information. Turn away from the G2. 2 players up. Frozen finds that one frag. Dexter finds the follow-up frag. There is a trade involved, but a 2v4. And you can see G2, Hunter and Jax already backing up to the B side. Rops is hunting that late lurk. Doesn't get the frag off on the first tap, so he opts just to fall back instead. Smoke at the entrance.
It seems like they don't want to press the issue too far. 15 on the board for Mousesports, and now all they've got to focus on now, Jay, is closing.
Rosen and Dexter leaning up. Smoke down at CT. Molotov trying to be attempted. Flash in for Hunter. Nade back. Damage should be done. A core actually falls to Nico's spray. Jax on site to support his man. And the AUG drops the bomb. All left to be mass 1v3. And it looks like G2 will continue their survival streak. Will continue to stop Mousesports from going past that final hurdle as all 5 players get cleaned up.
Deagle to start off. Another play out towards the longhouse. They lost a lot last time that they did this in the last round. Flashes everywhere. Nexus got it in behind them, and Frozen's found the first pick.
3 more CD to find your Amanek is one of them. Nico with the AK gets that first frag, not that second. 2v4 once again for G2. Hunter trying to flash in, trying to line them all up. He gets one frag, damage to the second, but Dexter stays in play, and Jax has got it all to do. Has to clutch it or die trying. Sees one crossing, spray does damage. Rops and Dexter are extremely low. If Jax can maintain his position on 100 HP and can isolate those two picks pretty effectively, it is doable to get this to a 1v1.
The only problem, though, for him is that the element of surprise of his positioning is already been known. They know he's out towards CT, and the T side just don't need a face here at all. They don't need to give up any individual jewels. Dexter keeping his head down from that short position can't be seen by Jax. And he's just waiting for a peek, waiting for a bit of a moment. Underhand smoke, trying to go down, out towards a long position. A-Core peeks with it, and Mousesports finally close out. It got very dicey towards the end there, but when you're up 14-5...
Ready and waiting to make the move. Mousesports. One flash for Rops for the entry. They've used the smoke down already. Jax draws first blood. Finds Rops. Takes that utility out of play. The follow-up kill from Hunters there. Nexa follows suit on a core. 2 standing for the T side line. That bomb's been dropped in the open now. They've got to recover it soon. And there's Jax, another good frag on Frozen. Nico finding B-Mass as well. And that is a... Desperate to find something out of Palace. The flashbangs will start to come through. He'll start to act with his teammates, and a core finds that first pick. Nico there with a trade on beam. Mass, and the bomb dropped back by Dexter's part. A core still swinging with a Deagle out of connector. Finds one more. His teammates have fallen to a 3v2 though. That bomb's out in the open as well. Nexa SMG here on Tetris gets a single, not a double. Actually a triple overall against the remaining players that remain. Frozen. M4 picked up. Bomb on his back. Smoke also getting a bit of cover, so can cross to the site, potentially get the bomb plant on default, but swings before the smoke goes and blooms. So SMG wraps over, gets the kill. Hunter, nice and effective. Dexter, the same can be said for him. Deagle back. 4-on-4 scenario as Rops looks for his Deagle shot on the CT spawn player. That's next scene. And not dropping.
Spotted for the player towards the top of connector from Hunter.
Kill on our core. Dexter doubles up though. Getting some decent responses in of his own part. Amanek with the USP close, however. Take a simple headshot. And all on Frozen, still doing the damage. This is 2 rounds where at least 3 casualties will go against the G2 name. Frozen with his back turned towards Nex, so if he can get this next pick back in, he still has a chance to win the round outright. He's got a bomb plant in, but jump facing the M4 spray. Mousesports, no casualties. And the AWP for Amanek gets aggressive, sees that first, but Frozen dishes out some revenge. Jack's going for that Ferrari peak many times over the course of the last 2 maps. Now Frozen gets 2 of his own. He does burn the Jacks from beyond the grave, but it's a 2-for-1 trade. Hunter trying to make it 2-for-2. Seeing the flashbang turned away from Molotovs, back in as well, burst through, fire damage not being done. Finally, BMAS gets caught off guard, but Nex has fallen in turn. Dex has been seen at this tight gap in between the short and the truck positions. Hunter does back up though, with Nico falling. He's the only player left. Wrapped in upon by Rops. Not seeing anything now, he does. Smoke off to the right, M4's waiting. Flash is turned away from M4, trying to adjust in. The flashbang keeps him safe for the moment. Frozen be traded back by BMAS though. 2 more in the mid control. Nico swings back on Dexter, isolates that pick. Bomb can get to the B site and get planted. It's all on Rops lurking back here at top mid. First frag found, second not so lucky. Nico on 13 HP gets his double. BMAS is also low, and Hunter is looking for his frag. That bomb should be secured from here though.
Oh, Hunter could get in for behind both of them. Seeing the tap comes through, and now even the incendiary on towards the side. Bemis has got to swing wide, fight out to the open, and it just doesn't happen. A really nice retake coming through from mid. They've never played in towards an aggressive com play, or even out towards ladder when it comes to some of the rifle rounds. Oh, timing is everything though for Frozen. Do they take the position? Oh no, they've got it behind them, but they still get the pick. Nexus starts the crossfire. Hunter gets involved. The most unluckiest timing in the world, and G2 make it promising. Rob's now the last one left in a 1 versus 4. What a round from G2. Maybe a bit of a palace dive can come through with Mousesports from 2 players here. Spam through the smoke. Even the HE is able to deal the damage in the end.
Nico trying to be finding the trade here for Robs. Robs does get the kill in, but loses a lot of HP for it. A core now acting into connector control. There's no one from short that can deny him. Amanek realizes this. Nexus trying to force forward, though. If he can win the fight on Frozen, he can dismantle this whole round as a core takes some damage. And the M4 swing sprays through, utility in hand for Frozen. Couldn't defend himself. Amanek with the AWP couldn't do the same at close quarters, but Nexus finds that trade, looks back for the 3K and gets it in whole. A core shut down by Hunter the same, and G2 finding some more confidence on this.
Sports get off 0-3 down, 3 rounds in a row from GT, responded by 3 from Mouse, and now 3 going the way of G2, looking to make it a 4th. It's been very streaky coming through on Mirage, which hasn't really been the same for Vertigo and Dusto. It's been a lot of back and forth nature between these two sides. And Mousesports just hoping to try and do a little bit of damage on this eco, but so far they haven't really been too successful at all. Not a lick of damage coming through. Jax with the flash. Looking at lineup, there is 1 kill that comes into Robs. If they can deal with Hunter up on the site, there will be a chance of getting the bomb plant in, but Bemis is now the last one. Low HP on 7 points of health. Should be the 12th kill up for Hunter, and so it is. Hunter's now...
Nico on the other side of the site not being seen. Rob's so close. They're hoping that G2 falls forward early, but Nico uses that distraction to his favor. Kill found. Frozen trades back. Jax Nexus still can't find Nico. He's disappeared through the smoke. The bomb plant's got to go down soon enough here, but the CTs have re-established their presence on the site. Nexus in particular. If he drops Dexter, that'll be round done, I think. And yeah, there comes the kill.
Yeah, this round is pretty much over. They're going to really have to try and work together. The flash even comes in, and Negko and Nexa just work. Jump spot from Jax. He's starting to hear the utility coming in over the top. He's got to relay that information over to Hunter, and the Anchors just lose the fights instantly. This has got to be another safe call from G2. They can't go for this.
Well, you say that, and Nico is peeking up short past the smoke. If he finds a pick, his teammates come in to support the 3v3. Ideally, they'll find Frozen being the low speed player, but a core takes that kill instead, and Nico's not allowed anything else.
Really drilled, and they're finding it really smoothly. They don't really take a lot of damage. The only...
Oh, no, not again. Not again, Dweg. Rops has no idea. Nico gonna hear utility, and actually he'll be the one to win the fights. Information gathered as well, seeing nothing else on the T-side. Utility thrown over towards the apartments. Jack's gonna wait and bait and just drop that bomb easy on the site alongside Hunter there on the site for the defense against Frozen. Dexter and a core. 2 versus 5. Tags up, heavy damage sustained. A core now all alone. And G2 looks to get to 9.
Great defensive hold towards...
Emas is looking to check here. Flash forward, turned away from. Kill comes in, but Jax instead. But Nico's found by Rob, so it's a 4v4 very quickly. And Frozen finds Jax to the man advantage. Mousesports in an upper player. And looking to go towards the B play, I believe. They've still got that lurker of Rops and 1 man here to defend on the B site itself. Hunter ready for the swing. Sees Dexter. Dexter frag. Can't deal with the AWP. As Rops follows suit on Nexa, it's all left to Amanek in a 1v3 situation for this retake for round 15. Has got to go for it. Doesn't see the AWP on short. Does see the AK on site, though. That's a frag for Frozen. Anything more? Will a core fall as well? Amanek's being very careful about this face. You'll see the gun barrel first and foremost, but a core gets even more passive as Amanek gets baited closer. The shoulder shot forces that AWP to miss its bullet. And looking back to the apartment where Rops is, shot connects. A core would have swing that Molotov on the bomb itself. Amanek's got the defuse kit. Got to be careful about this, though. He's got to stick the whole 5 seconds, and he might have to do it right now. 7 points of health, but got to just tap on the AWP, forcing the peeking of a core, coming in late, and he wins the fight. Just to keep it...
Rob sort of stuck out towards this Palace position, and for him, he's going to really struggle to find impact in this round. A bit of aggression coming through from Hunter. Rob's reading the position, but Hunter still wins the fight.
Frag found 4 versus 3, G2. Up at the man advantage, Mousesports pressing on. Dexter will lead that charge. The IGL appropriately up in first. Amanek with his flick towards Dexter, though he'll be the casualty next. Frozen can return to a 2-man standing. 1 player left. No, a core getting the kickback. Amanek leaving it to the Wasp man standing. A core gets the 3rd kill in with the defuse kit. Just enough time to hold it. Mousesports don't get it. Oh, you would have thought.
On T side over the course of, I want to say, all maps of the series so far. Hunter even being able to flick up on towards Dexter, and he's still been having a lights-out game as well. 19 kills and only 7 deaths to come through for the man. And Mousesports have got a few Deagles and a P250 left now for their city basis, but they're just trying to hope to see if they can get a couple of kills. And even for Frozen, they know that he's playing out towards Van.
Closing in closer. Flashes off the walls. Amanek, Mac10 looking to bear down upon them. We'll watch on the site itself. Shot from Frozen not connecting, taking some damage to 9 points of HP. Nexa overwhelms with his own Mac10 instead, and B site under their control. Bomb's yet to commit, and actually, Robs could throw a bit more of a thorn on their side. I don't think the Deagle will be able to hold off against every player, though, especially with the AK of Nico. Moving up the face, Mac10 also closing in from the apartments. They'll get the kill, overwhelm him anyway. Last player standing at BMAS, falling to Amanek. Team ace for G2, 12-6 to the board. Smoke some mollies from Nico, trying to indicate that there's going to be some sort of A play, but as Rops gets that kill, he sees no more T-side presence, and they hear footsteps in the apartments. Dexter quickly wraps over a core with the AWP shot on Amanek, 5 versus 3, and Dexter close to the site. A core lands 2 frags though. Frozen lines up 2 more in the apartment's control. Flashes inbound for Dexter, jump face to see that one individual. The Molotov's in. Amanek tried to turn 180 against him, but Dexter wins that fight. Rob's there to support against Jax's kill on the short control. They flash their way out. Hunter does get blinded, but Dexter goes down regardless. 2 for 1. Frozen at back bench. Hunter taking tags, but Frozen finishes off the job that was started by the M4 on short. Nexa can respond to a core. There's a 3v2, making it 1 as Bomb goes down and Nico's alone, fouled by Rops instead. On the other side of the site, it's an 8th for the Mousesports side. But once again, Mousesports not opting to go for the mid-control. It is a B set piece. You're right, Dexter backed up over at Truck. 3 players to receive him. He's got Frozen on the other side at short. Sprays through the AK. Dexter swings back, gets that one frag thing on a second. Frozen can find Nexa. And Amanek being solo. That nade should get him. Indeed, he falls. 3v2 as Hunter's still trading. That bomb's been dropped. BMAS has no idea. This could be difference-making in this round. Nico knows it, checks it out. Hunter does get found in the apartments. However, Nico set to clutch.
He's got to get back up towards that bomb. Hunter being caught off by another backstab in from Robs. Get that bomb down, try play out the post plant. Instead, he looks to go aggressive up towards a short position where A-Core is looking for him.
M4 ducked down on the boost spot position. I don't think the teams are expecting it, and indeed Jax isn't. He knows about Hunter as well, but Frozen just happy to get that first pick, put nades on position, allow Rops instead to get the other frag on that player.
Their options. They've got a lurk out for Nico, who's already been seen up towards a short position. AWP flick comes back up, only gets the tag. Nexa now alone and seen with the bomb in the apartments. Nade coming up for Dexter, and Nexa just has to try and see if he can find this pick, get down towards a B side, deal with the short player, knows there's a player out towards Van, trying to see if he can create himself an angle, and now into the 1 versus 2.
Taking the plant, trying to force another CT player out. AWP almost gave him the onus. In more specific positioning, that jump face is not going to go well for Nexa. Good effort on that clutch on short. And the waterfall set up straight out of the palace control. BMAS there, sees Nexa, drops that bomb. Knows that Jax also made his way out wide. The Deagle can get a response to a 4 versus 4. And a core now knows that jungle is contested. Amanek with his Tech 9 ready to cut this AWP off. He's low HP, so the pistol can easily win the fight. The bomb can cross and get planted in the interim, though. G2 are going to set up the retake.
It feels like the first plant in just forever now for the T side, and Amanek's been able to at least find that kill, but A-Core was there quickly with the trade. Back to the 3 versus 3 now, and Jax is just so low.
So is a core, though. Pretty even standing for me. They had a nade on to put down towards that Tetris position. That'd be great. They actually put it down towards Dark instead on the default plant position. They've got to move in now. Galil out. Frozen isolates. It looks for Jax. Gets the double. All left to Nico. Mollied away from Palace. They've got to get on the bomb right now, though. They're out of time. And Nico being heard. Flick back. Not connecting his Deagle. Defuse will be stuck. And BMAS watching there from Palace control. Back at Dark as well. He's only had 5 kills in this game. Needs backup severely. Dexter's going to get there, but overwhelmed. Rops gets his AWP pick in. BMAS waiting back at the corner. Panicking a little bit, especially as Rops goes down. They face, they frag. They find a 4-on-2. And Mousesports already backing off. They don't want to have anything to do with this site. It'll be map and match point for G2 Mousesports.
Where one of the players is, if they just swing together, Frozen trying to hold on to his weapon up towards the mid-spawn. Does get away with a couple of kills being swung in. A-Core misses the shot. Does he stay alive? Just.
Rounds. Is that a hot bug? I don't know, doesn't matter. Jack straight up here. Rob's going to be forced out, gets the collateral shot. Trying to make it 3. Might not need that secondary AWP. It won't matter. BMAS getting into support here. 4 versus 2. Mousesports starting to lose players here to the trades of Nico and Hunter. Now just Nico standing alone here. Bomb dropped outside of Sandwich. Got to peek in, got to catch Dexter at least. Maybe swing upon Frozen. He's falling back though. Mousesports starting to reposition. It's all a case of timing.
They just can't really give up any individual duels, and Nico's just hoping for the 1v1s. Knows there's a player out towards CT, gets the deagle out, might be able to find the angle onto a gore. The timing's everything, and he's been tagged up, waiting for the swing out for Jungle. Connects the headshot onto Dexter, and now it's just down to 2.
Is he going to slip past them, or we might just do... Frozen's got to check mid right now, does get the shot in, just denies that clutch for Nico, but you saw for a second it was on. 50 seconds. Nico sees the shoulder, gets Rops. Do they check sandwich? I think one player's watching it. Molotov's close. Next has his back turn. Bomb goes falling as a result, but B-Mass burns Dexter. Comes up with a swing from stairs. Hunter out in connector. Dexter trying to get back to jungle. Nico pressing forward with the AWP. 3-on-2. Hunter looking to strike. 30 seconds. The bomb can get picked up and planted at least.
They've got to get that bomb down. They've got to rely on Hunter to be the guy to peek out. Bomb plant open for short, trying to see if they could draw the CT's attention forward. And now Hunter's able to strike back to a 2v2. And Nico hits the shot. It's all down to a core now in the 1v2.
AWP clutch on the table. 10 seconds. Will he go for the wall bang? The nade. Can he come in time? No, he gets the kill on Nico, but doesn't deny the plant. Now Hunter knows where he's at. AWP v AK. Jump facing. Smoke for the defuse. Can he get behind hard cover? Nade back. Tapping it. Forcing Hunter to spray now. Nose connector is the play. Swinging out to the right-hand side, but Hunter ducks his head down. And now a calls on a bomb for good. But the first bullet, the one tap, secures 16 and secures G2 the round. Secures them.